We didn't have a clue where we come from. We thought the sisters were our parents. They didn't tell anybody, any of the kids, where they come from. Babies were coming in nearly every day. Some came in 2, 3, 4 days old. Not months, but days. They were just placed in the home, and it was run by Christian women. And all the kids thought it was one big family. We didn't know what it meant by parents, because we didn't have parents. And all we thought was the women were our mothers. I was definitely not told I was Aboriginal. What the sisters told us was that we were white. It was drummed into our heads that we were white. It didn't matter what shade you were, we thought we were white. They said, you can't talk to them coloured people because you're white. I can't remember anybody from the welfare coming there. If they did, I can't remember. We hardly saw any visitors whatsoever. None of the other kids had visitors from their parents, no visits from their family. The worst part is, we didn't know we had family. When you got to a certain age, like I got to 10 years old, they just told us we were going on a train trip. We all lined up with our little ports with the Bible inside. That's all that was in the port, see? We really treasured that. We thought it was a good thing that we had something. The old man from Lafe took us from Sydney, well, actually Bomaderry, to Kinchela Boys' Home. That's where our problems really started, you know. This is where we learnt we weren't white. First of all, they took us through these big iron gates, took our little ports of us, stuck them in the fire with the Bible inside. They took us around to a room and shaved our hair off and gave us clothes with a number stamped on it. They never called you by your name, they called you by the number. The number was stamped on everything. If we answered an attendant back, we were sent up the line. Now, I don't know if you can imagine 79 boys punching the hell out of you, just knuckling you, even your brothers and cousins. They had to. If they didn't, they were sent up the line. When the boys had broken a nose or ribs, they had to be picked up and carried right through to the last bloke. Now, that didn't happen once, that happened every day. Before I went to Kinchela, they used to use the cat o' nine tail on the boys instead of being sent up the line. This was in the late 30s, early 40s. Kinchela was a place where they thought you were animals. You know, it was a place where they'd go around kicking you like a dog. It was just like a prison. Truthfully, there were boys having sex with boys. But these dirty mongrels didn't care. We had a manager who was sent to prison because he was having sex with a lot of the boys, sexual abuse. Nothing was done. There was a pommy bloke doing it too. These attendants, if the boys said anything to them, they wouldn't even listen. It just happened. I don't like talking about it. We never went into town. The school was in the home. All we had was work, work, work. Every 6 months they'd dress you up. Oh, mate. Done up real beautiful. White shirt. The welfare used to come up from Bridge Street. The main bloke, the superintendent, to check the home out. Every 6 months we were prisoners. Since the day we were born. The girls were sent to Cootamundra and the boys went to Kinchela. We were all prisoners. Even today, our files, numbers are still there. We are still prisoners.